Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Get Chatting podcast. I keep nearly saying Breeze and Pants still. It's really weird, so I'm still getting used to it, but we're here, we're there, and that's what we say now. So welcome back. And yeah, we have Amber Rose, also Sassy Angel.
Yeah, Sassy Angel. I picked it ages ago.
I'm not going to sit here and call you Sassy. I'm going to call you
that's
Amber.
Right.
So I'm going to go with that, all right? Because I'd feel a bit weird.
I know, Sassy. It's fine.
And it also makes me look really camp, so I'm not going to do that, right?
No, you're fine.
Speaking of being camp, actually, I was going to say this, like, not that I am, but I went to a site the other day. So we're telecoms engineers.
Ah, okay.
And, I went to a site the other day that an engineer had previously been to, and the owner of the site basically said, "Oh, the engineer before, we thought he was gay," and they were talking about me.
Oh, really?
So I rocked in. I was like, my colleague said you thought I was gay. My wife at home, she laughed her head off at that.
Well, he thought you were gay.
Yeah. I was like, it's just called ADHD, and I'm very emotive. Right, deal with it. Like, grow up. So yeah, that happened.
Have you had any, like, when you've gone to like site, any like weird like sex places or anything? Like
me?
Yeah.
The weirdest thing is I did a nursery, and
I found
I found a dildo in the teacher's drawer, bruv.
What?
I promise you now, it was.
Yeah,
you'll know it. Yeah, I'll tell you off air. But yeah, they had like, it was around Christmas time. You get those like big box calendars. It was like a sex one, but it was in a nursery in the office, and they had like loads of weird shit in there. I'm sure Amma knows all about that. We'll get into
I do.
Yeah, I went. Well, like we've been to a site where in Southampton actually, they got an Airbnb, but yeah, it's like literally just dungeon.
Really?
Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
Yes.
She's like, yep, take that one.
No, I haven't been there, but I've heard of it. Who knows?
You might have done, because it's some beauty girl that like runs it.
Oh, really? Whereabouts in Southampton is it? Is it near Ocean Village?
No, I don't think so. No,
I
don't know names of anywhere, so I wouldn't even be able to say, where's Ocean Village? I didn't even know that was in Southampton. So,
No, Ocean Village.
Nah. Oh, is that where we used to go for like the meals and that? Ah, yeah. Seen.
Yeah.
Got ya.
Banana Wharf and all that like that.
Banana Wharf. What a name. Imagine calling somewhere Banana Wharf.
It's actually banging.
Yeah, I know, but a name is pretty shit, and it's like going, "Oh, welcome to the ginger room." Anyway. So to start us off, we always just like have a little chat before, basically, just like we did to get everyone comfortable, that sort of thing. And then that's it. So we'll just go. Like I like to start off just asking how your week's been, or your day even, just to sort of get in the flow and so on, then we'll go from there. So I'll let you go, Amber. What you been up to?
Just doing TikToks and Reels pretty much all day, every day.
Bare, man. How do you control that? Like that's
it's just so many. I've got to do probably 100 a week.
Is that just for algorithm?
Yeah, just for algorithm, different pages and stuff. So, but yeah, I enjoy that. So it's good.
Do you struggle with any sort of content on certain sites where you can't post? Like, do you have to change it about? Or...
Yes, very good. Yeah, you do. So TikTok, you have to cover up more. Instagram, you can be a little bit more risky. A little bit, and then you've got Clapper's like a new TikTok basically, and you can do pretty much whatever you want on there.
Right, sign me up to that one then.
I think it's a good one to go on to. And obviously Twitter, you can do whatever you want, so you
it's
just
open
have to...
season and that on Twitter.
Yeah,
what is
really
it like X, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. Clapper is like X, pretty much. So
sounds interesting.
I'd say so. A little bit less full on, but you can pretty much wear what you like on there, kind of thing. You can't do what you like, but you can wear what you like.
Fair.
Yeah.
So while we're on the subject of uploading and all that sort of stuff, what do you like if someone says what are you, for lack of a better term? Are you a content creator? Are you a SEX worker? Are you because I've heard so many things online where people are like, if you show this on the internet, you are classed as a sex worker or whatnot.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
I would say technically yes, it is a sex worker, but not obviously not real life. It's but it is that category of work. But I'd say it's more a content creator. But then people would argue that it is a sex worker. because of the OnlyFans.
Yeah, but
site,
it's
so
not
yeah.
like escorting or something like that. Is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
It should be sexual content creator.
Yeah, it should be. We should change
I'm
it.
making a stand
I'm
now.
starting
I'm
a
making
petition
a
right
fucking
now. I'm going to sign it up. Yeah.
Make a petition, sign everybody. But yeah, so
two things
content,
to tick.
yeah,
We
two
want
things.
sexual content creator and Keir
Yeah.
Starmer out.
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh god, yeah, I agree.
Cool. So yeah, that's is that pretty much like your like work day? Is just like obviously other than doing what we all get into.
No, just so creating TikToks, taking pictures and editing things and changing things so they can go on different websites, and just a lot of that. And it doesn't sound like hard work, but it actually really is. It's long, as you know, because you do podcasts, you guys, so you know, like editing them, the time.
It's hard work. Like I only try and get 3 reels out a day, and it's actually sometimes it's pretty easy because depending on what you're talking about, like you can just bang 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 clip after clip. But sometimes because how conversations go, they're not like clippable, if that makes sense, because they're spread out between like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then you have to like edit it, don't you? Do you use like CapCut, or what do you guys use to edit?
Opus. There's a website called Opus Clip.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's mainly for like podcasts and gamers. But what it does, it uses AI, and you type in prompts and it clips it for you.
Oh, amazing.
And then you can just edit it.
But then I'm guessing you do get some shit and then some decent, yeah?
Yeah. It sends me some stuff where it's like, let's talk about fucking fishtails, which we spoke about for 5 seconds. And I'm like, that's in the bin, see ya. But it recognizes what I've deleted and then like in the future changes it. So it's quite like, AI is quite clever, you know. So
it is. It's like the new thing, isn't it? Everyone's doing it.
Honestly, it's a fucking lifesaver.
It is.
Like, it's so good. All right, cool. Well, my week's been I've been ill basically. It's been pretty shit, so I'm gonna leave it there. I've been ill. It sucked. I had the cold, and
You're always ill.
I'm always fucking
every other episode he's like ill. It's like
literally my immune system's fucked. If I didn't know any better, someone would think I was like fucking had like HIV or something.
Love it.
What's yours, Bix? What you been up to? Keep it short and sweet, please, because you're usually quite boring.
What do you mean?
I'm joking.
Nothing really. I went out the weekend, but that was about it. Went out.
Where did you go? Did you go local? Oh, Southampton.
Engine rooms. Yeah, I went to a little watch Boo.
Oh, did you? Was he there?
Yeah.
Bick and Boo are like this. He was just telling me like 10 years ago they were like DJing together.
No.
Yeah, he used to play in Salisbury, and then
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Bicker's going to talk him into coming on the podcast. Everybody, you heard it here first.
Yes, come on.
So cool. Right, we're through that bit. Let's get to the nitty gritty, because I've actually really wanted to do this for so long. Because how I want to do this is like, even so, like everyone listening knows, is like the idea is to find out a bit about you, how you started, why you started, so on and so on, and then just sort of go through of like trying to remove the negative stigma from it. Because a lot of the times, and I think it's fair to say this isn't my view, but if someone would have seen your content, they'd have been like, oh, look at that slag, right?
Yeah, of course they would. Yeah, all the time.
There's people behind it. Firstly, words hurt, comments hurt, for one. And also the mental side of it as well, which we will get to. But to start off, like, because what another misconception with this sort of thing is, I'm going to say that a lot of misconception.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I drink my wine? I've got one glass of wine.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, we started off. We started these off with cans of Stella and fucking.
Oh, good. Chin chin.
So yeah, like a massive misconception of anyone in sort of like, I'll just say in your line of work, like doing that sort of thing, they probably not put it down to, but they think they've got like issues or something wrong in life or anything like that. So my question is, and I'm pretty sure it's good, but like most people would assume that like people in this industry or something have had like a pretty shitty childhood, pretty shitty teenage years. Like what was your upbringing like? Like
no, like mine was normal, completely fine. Like no issues. Went to like school, did college, didn't do uni. Was quite intelligent, still am, but I think I'm losing that a little bit with what I do. So yeah, like for me, it was in COVID, and I was worked in an office in my local town, and I was doing loads of TikToks, and then they basically got wind of that I was doing TikToks, and then they essentially sacked me because they also found out I had started OnlyFans because people kept asking me on TikTok, "Oh, start on OnlyFans, start on
Yeah,
OnlyFans."
yeah.
Um, and I did, and only because it was mainly because of money and because people kept asking. So it wasn't like any like because I couldn't do anything else or because I was damaged or like mentally. I am a bit mental, like everyone is, I
Oh
suppose.
yeah,
Everyone's
I'm
got
gone in the head, man. Trust
yeah.
me.
I've got ADHD as well, so like I am like hyper, but yeah, no, it's just a normal, completely lovely upbringing. My parents both know what I do. We don't literally openly talk about it
Sure.
like oh my god, I've shoved a dildo here today, or like, but they will be like, my dad, for example, will be like, "How's work?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, good." He's like, "Oh, as long as it's good money." I'm like, "Yes, it is," and that's all fine.
That's
So
cool.
yeah,
That's
cool.
good
So-
though. That is good that they're supportive about it. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like
A lot of parents wouldn't be. Like,
Yeah.
in
No, I
fairness.
know.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
But
I
then
mean, I
that's
can't
that,
imagine
but that
as a
just
parent
that
I
just
would
shows
be. That's
that
like,
shows the relationship though between the father,
family, yeah.
the family, yeah.
Yeah.
like my parents wouldn't give a fuck if I did it. Like if I literally
No.
went to my mum and was like, "Mum would get my cock out on TikTok daily," she'd be like,
She'd
"Go
be
on,
like,
son."
"Yeah, go on."
Yeah, she genuinely would. So what was it
Okay.
you did at college?
I did English, psychology, and history.
Fucking
Wow.
hell! You see, this is the
Fucking
thing. Never judge a book by its cover, right?
No, it's all an act. No, it's not all an act.
I did A-level history in school, actually, funnily enough. I'm a massive
you?
history buff. Love it.
I like
Love
history.
it.
I love history. I got like the best grades in the whole of the year in my school for GCSE because I love history. But yeah, I just wanted to do this.
It's what you enjoy, isn't it? It's what you like. You're good at what you enjoy, right? It's like
Exactly, yeah.
anybody. And
Yeah,
sorry, I
definitely.
didn't even ask. I'm being really rude here. How old are you again?
I don't like to say my age too
Okay,
much.
fair enough. No, that's cool. That's cool.
But we're like very later 20s.
The only reason I ask, I'm not even like I wanted to see because in GCSE my massive thing was about like it was all like cowboys and Indians in America. That was my GCSE stuff. I don't know if
Well, how old are you?
I'm 30. Like
Okay, so mine was more like the World War II and trephining and medical, like the old
really?
medical
You
stuff.
got
Yeah.
lucky. I got stuck dealing
Yeah.
with the fucking West.
I don't even know
God.
what I was doing.
Really?
I'm not
Because, like-
going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going to that.
Pick a flop.
I got
How old are
straight
you?
E's. I got straight E's at night school. Oh shit.
Did you?
Yeah,
That was when
just
school
for
was
turning
easy as
up.
well.
Just for signing the register.
Love it. Do you know what though? You don't really need all the GCSEs.
Nah, you don't.
and
It's
A-level. You don't.
bullshit, really.
Nah,
It's
listen.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And
It
like
is.
even with what you do as well, like a lot of people would be like, "Oh, like you only do this, whatever on camera, all this." But
Yeah.
the marketing that goes into it and the
Yeah.
background behind it, the admin and all that, you've probably learned more doing that even than in school.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh god, yeah.
Which
Loads,
is-
loads.
fucking like with this speaking to people, I'm learning so much, and it's actually
Yeah.
unreal. It's so sick.
Oh, that's good.
I love doing it. So you said you were working in an office before, right?
Yeah.
Is that
I
sort
was.
of just what you? That was it, or is that?
Yeah, that was literally. I worked at like a co-op locally when I was like younger, 16, and then
Mm.
I worked for an office and I did like income protection, and then I was a PA, and then I did claims, like medical claims, and then that was
No
it.
paper
Claims
round then.
happened. Yeah,
No
literally.
paper round for you.
No paper round for me. No, privileged.
Nah,
No paper round.
you can get a lot from a person though, because like you say, if you're working in the co-op at 16, no one these days does that.
No.
Like kids are
don't.
too privileged.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
really are.
so it shows like an ethic, and like that's how you go like so hard into what you do now as well. Like that's how you're
Yeah.
so like good at it and like
Yeah.
pushing it so hard because you've got the work ethic, right?
Yeah, you've got, and also if you don't, there's a really big misconception that everybody who does OnlyFans makes money. They don't. That's such a
No.
lie. It's
'Cause-
such a lie.
How did like at the start? I'm guessing you had a massive like influx of like followers because people in like who know
Yeah.
you wanted
Yes,
to like
correct.
join it, see
Yeah.
what it's about, and then does it
Then it
dip off
dips
a
off.
bit?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah, it
right.
did.
Yeah, yeah,
Same
massively
with this.
dips off.
Same
Yeah, it
with
does
this.
it. Is
Yeah,
that
it
what
did.
you
Yes.
say?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because everyone wants to know what
Really?
you're doing, don't they? They're all so nosy.
Nosy, yeah.
Like in like total transparency, like because we've never met, but obviously I know who you are. That sounds like obviously I know who you are. But you know what I mean? Because the thing is, it's like I can't remember who, but like the first thing the first time I ever heard your name, and this was the God's honest truth in the
Is
conversation.
this my name?
Yeah, your name.
Oh, right, yeah, my name,
The
yeah.
first time I ever heard your name, and this was literally the statement. It was like, "Oh yeah, that's Amber Rose. She does OnlyFans."
Oh, God.
And
Yeah.
that's it. And that's it. And it's like fucking hell, man. It's so
Yeah.
delusional, isn't it? Like, but still
Yeah.
a person.
Yeah,
You know what
no,
I
it's
mean?
weird. Yeah, you get that definitely a
Like
lot.
people judge books by their cover or what they do so much, and it's just fucking. It winds.
Yeah,
It really
but
winds me
that's
up.
like they're just
Yeah,
jealousy motherfuckers as well. Though, do you know
That's
what I
it.
mean?
definitely.
That is it.
They just don't know.
That's they're like not confident because
Yeah,
if they were confident enough, they'll be doing that shit.
Listen, man.
Because
exactly.
I'm sure, like if I was confident enough, I would
I
probably
would-
do it as well.
Oh, have I
Lots of
got
people
news for
do.
you? Have
you know
I
what I
got
mean?
news for you? Listen to this. I thought about doing it. I created a profile. I put a picture on there, and then guess what? I looked at the picture. I was like, "Now fuck that shit. It's not
No,
me
you
happening. It ain't
Did you
happening."
actually?
Yeah, mate. Straight up.
That's funny.
So
No,
I was up for it.
You've got to know though, people do talk shit. That's the thing, and I knew that people would, but I couldn't give a shit. Whereas some people who do, it's not even like confidence; it's just whether
Yeah.
people care. And I literally laugh. I'm like, so what? And I've had girls
Mm.
before locally that have tried it, and then they've had too much stuff spoken about them, and they're like crying to me about it, and I'm like, why do you care? Like, just
You've got to have thick skin, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to
With
be
that,
like-
then how does that like affect? Like, does it have an effect on like your mental health and stuff like that?
Nope, not in the slightest. Not in
Really?
the slightest. Not for me personally. No, like because I guess I am quite confident. I suppose in some things, but you only get people that don't really know you that say horrible things. And
Yeah.
Other
Yeah,
than
nicest
that,
pie to your face, but as soon as
Yeah.
you fucking there, stab you. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So
And
no,
I think if they're getting like that as well, I think it's just not the right thing for them. Like everything's right
Yeah.
for everybody, you know. Fuck me, look at the amount of comments we got when we first started. This was like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? Da, 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 da.
really,
Like,
that's terrible.
And it's
People
like-
are just assholes.
and
Aren't
I always respond nicely, but the fact of the matter is because they haven't got the balls to get on camera and do anything like in the public
Yeah.
eye.
they?
And
Yeah,
it's
that is
like-
what it is.
Cool. But let's say, for an example, like,
Yeah.
let's say we finish this tonight, I post it, and one person, let's just say
Yeah.
one person is gone, actually, yeah, I've been starting off at OnlyFans and people have given me shit, but they listen to this and you're like, just be thick skinned, and they take it on and they go, well, that's a fucking
Yeah.
win. That's
Yeah,
a win.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know.
And they should be, because who cares? Like, are these people that are commenting paying their bills? I'm not saying when you start off, it's definitely going to pay all your bills, but say when it does start paying your bills and you're having an all right or good life, do you really care that people are talking about you? No. So
How long did it like take till it started getting good?
definitely like 2 years.
Oh, really? That consistent? Fucking hell.
2 years. Like I could still cope, but like until it's gotten really good, I would say 2 years. Yeah. Like now it's good, but it's hard.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of it like returning sort of people, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
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 You've got like a clientele base, right?
Yeah, clientele, and just got to keep with the marketing, because if not, even though you've got those consistent people, they're not always going to have money, and then you might run out of things to do with them because you've had video calls with them or whatever. Some people don't even do video calls with people, like they might do other things, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just keeping everything up. You can't stop, you have to keep cracking on.
Yeah,
So-
no, of course.
Can't get complacent. No.
Have you ever like because we found with this, we like took a break once and it really affected
Yeah,
like the
it did, yeah.
numbers.
It
Is
does.
Is that the same with you? Are you like 24/7 now? Like that's it. I need to be on it.
Yeah, you do. I think I had like a break when I had like a laser facial done, and it went a bit wrong, and it like I had lines on my forehead, like white stripes on my forehead. I had to have like 4 weeks. I couldn't do anything, and it went because it's like
Really?
you have to just stay consistent. Yeah,
People are so what's it called? Like because like things
that's
like
my
TikTok,
dog snoring, by the way.
because of like TikTok and things like that. It's like short term, isn't it? So then people's
Yeah.
memories are like that now. So if you're gone
That's
there,
right,
onto the
yeah.
next, onto the next, onto the next, aren't they?
Are you
So-
guys on TikTok? You
Yeah.
post these, yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'll follow you, and because TikTok's really good for that.
Yeah, we love it. I post like 3 times a day on TikTok. Sometimes,
Good.
like I was saying earlier, it's really hard to always, but I do my best.
Yeah, yeah.
It's sick. So obviously you started off with OnlyFans. Do you still do that? Is it still
Still do it.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, still do OnlyFans. Yeah.
And because is there anything else? Do you do other stuff as well, or is it just?
Just OnlyFans. I tried webcamming a little bit, but that's quite difficult because you have to be on the camera and you have to be sort of continuously happy. I find it easier to be doing it when I want to do
Yeah,
it rather than
yeah.
sat in front of constantly being like
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you're doing.
Does
So-
that like compartmentalize it a little bit as well? I guess like out of
Yes.
your like real life, let's say, like it keeps
Yeah.
it work.
Keeps it work, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, That's what I like best. Yeah.
It's probably the best way to do it as well, because like you say, like if it's constant with that sort of stuff, that's where maybe it could affect like your head. Not
I
like,
think it would,
you know,
yeah, if you did just that, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
it's like when I play games. Like if I'm playing a game for too long, like literally, I'll dream about that shit, man. Like I can't
Yeah,
do
and you're
this
in
for
bed
way
like,
too long.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, look, your type of dreams would be slightly different to mine. I'm dreaming
think
about
they might
like
be.
jumping out of a bus on Fortnite, but you know.
Exactly. So
Well,
yeah.
Go on, mate.
what does like when does like the day start for you then? Like what time? Because obviously, if there's like you got different people in like different countries that follow you, like how does that stuff work? Like,
I basically when I wake up, it's non-stop. You do work 24/7.
literally, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's sometimes like my mum or my friends are like, oh, you can be so rude because I'm sat there. And I'm like, no, I do have to reply to this right now. Like you can't really switch off. But then you got to think,
Yeah.
I could be sat in Egypt or I could be sat wherever doing it. So like, yeah, you can't switch
Yeah.
off. But could everybody go on holiday whenever they want? Like not with money. I don't mean that. Like where you can work wherever you want.
Yeah.
So
I
they got to be.
suppose like
Yeah.
each one of those things, like these, let's say, I'll use the word rude, but each one of these rude things you're doing, that's money coming in still.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
And a lot of it's chatting because a lot of people just want to genuinely get to know you. So a lot of it
Yeah.
is messaging, and voice noting and getting to know them. So
And is that
yeah.
because I've heard things like, is it like what they call like the girlfriend experience, that sort of thing? Is
Yes.
that sort of thing? And I don't really know that much about it, to be honest with you. This is why this is so interesting. And this
Yeah,
is
no,
why
I bet it is.
I was
Yeah.
like, I was very much like trying my best not to ask you anything about it when we were talking, because I was like, I want this to be as like real as possible, you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect.
So on the like side of like being online and doing the content that you do, like I'm assuming you've had boyfriends in the past, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How does that affect, or has it affected anything like that, or have you got to be really picky and choosy? How do you tell them about it? Like how does that
That's a good question. I mean, it depends on the boyfriend. So you could have one that is a bit insecure about it, or you could have, I've had one who was really totally fine with it, helped me film my content, was in the content, totally fine with it because he knows that it's, yes, I might be getting to know those people, but I'm not, it's not real. Like, as in, I'm going to meet them in real life. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like we were speaking about earlier, that's at that compartment, isn't it, where you're taking it away from like real life as such.
And most of the time, sad to say, but the men that want the chat or want to get to know you, they probably do have wives, or they probably do have situations, so they don't want to meet me in real life. And my boyfriend at the time would know it, and so it's not anything.
Because that's what makes it exciting for them, surely.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite rare that it's just single lads. It's more like, you know, it is more the married men or the people that are a bit shy. So yeah, it's fine with them.
Here's one for you then, Bix. So let's say your bird come up to you and was like, "Yep, I'm doing it." What would you? How would you feel?
Yeah,
I'd be up for it.
Would you?
You know, Josh. You know what I'm like.
He's a sick puppy. Amber.
Really?
Is a sick puppy.
Yeah.
Like he's a disgusting human being, honestly.
No, but you know what it's like. Like but I haven't got the confidence to go on the camera and do that. So I'm all good. That's the only thing that would let me down. Like I haven't got the confidence to go on camera and film it.
You'd get there if you had the girlfriend talent. You would get there. You'd do it in the end. So
I'm all mouth, I think. See, if Lena came up to me and was like doing it, I'd be like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it. Yeah, come on." As soon as like the first blokey message, I'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle it. I'm quite a jealous person. I'm quite a jealous person, you see.
Yeah.
But I suppose if I was in it, like when I was like talking about like maybe doing it, I was saying to Lena, I was like, right, how about you can be involved and do bits, right? But you've just got to like cover your face.
Yeah, people do that.
Do they actually?
Yeah, they do. They do. I know people that cover their
Like
faces.
ski mask girl, isn't it, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, loads of girls, loads, and men. Yeah.
Have you like? Wow, my voice went. Have you like? have you done like like collabs and all that, right?
Yeah, done lots of girl collabs. I haven't done with any other boys other than boyfriends. So, but girls, yeah.
And how does that work? Because I'm assuming they have to sign like a waiver as well.
No, you don't really have to sign a waiver if you both have OnlyFans and you then do it. You don't need to.
Okay. Okay.
Because you're both on there, so you've obviously both of age, you both have proven that you're of age and stuff like that. And then, unless you fell out with a girl or something, and they were like, I don't want that content up there, then you would take it down.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
Has that ever happened? Like,
no,
no.
I don't really tend to fall out with people.
No, no.
So, luckily, it hasn't happened to me yet.
How do you go about asking someone to do a collab? Like, how does that work? Like,
Usually they ask me, but I have asked people before, and you just be like, "Hey, girl, do you want to collab?" And they're usually like, "Yeah." Like, you wouldn't ask a girl that didn't do it. It would always be girls that are in the same industry. So
that easy.
yeah, easy. Like, hey, girl,
Amber's hot
wanna fuck?
property people.
Like, hey, girl, do you want to fuck? No. So yeah, it's fine.
What's happening, girl? You're right.
Yeah, what's happening, girl? You're right. And they're like, yeah. No. So yeah, it's quite easy with girls. It really is. So
Yeah, and you have definitely got to prove your age. Like when I went through the sign up process. You have to like send like, a
yeah.
picture of your face with your passport and everything. Is nuts.
You're like, yeah. And then they do all the verification. So as long as the other person has an account, but some people do sign not waivers, but you do get a consent form. So then at least what that means though is if you did fall out, you would have to still have that up with them. But
yeah, it's for a rainy day, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You never know.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So no, that's cool. Like, have you had like any like past like, so how do I'm trying to word this correctly because it's a question I really want to ask.
Yeah.
So like obviously in the future, well, in fact, while talking about the future, how do you see this going? Is this just something you just want to carry on doing exactly as you are for like foreseeable? Do you have any plans for after?
No, I want to do it for as long as I can, like forever. If I could do it, like there's a genre for everything. I could do it when I'm a granny. I could do it as a MILF. You could do it, you know. I'll be on there still. I'll be a mistress, you know. Like it's fine. Like I want to do it for a long time. But if you know, whilst you're getting money, if to advice would be like just save your money and then like you could be invested into something else. But I enjoy it, so I want to do it for a long time.
Early retirement as well, if you need.
Yeah,
right? So,
if you make enough, yeah.
do you like? This is completely off topic, but you just said like about investing outside of it. Is that something you do? Like anything like that, or?
Yeah, I save all the time. I don't really spend a lot of money, so I just save it. So like, don't live anywhere particularly nice. I have an average car, but I save a lot, and that's what I think most people should do because it won't. For some people, it won't last forever, or they will have a reason not to do it forever. So they should save whilst they can, and then invest.
Especially in this country, it's fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
the pinch is tight, right?
The pinch is tight.
So.
Very.
The question I've thought of how to ask it now. So like in the future, right? Let's say 5-10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're so young, you've got loads of time in the world for this. Let's say 5-10 years down the time, you meet somebody, you've got a great relationship, they're happy with everything, you're just living your best life. Let's say you have kids, right?
Yeah.
How would that be something like when they would like say when they were old enough? Is that something you approach with them and you tell them, or like would you not be worried about what their friends say, anything like that, or?
I used to think I would be, but now I think it's I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's so common that I don't think that it would ever be a worry because it's like, well, how did you go on that nice holiday? Like, how did you go to this concert? How did you go or how did you have a nice car? How do you have this? How did you have that? Like, I think it is, I get that it's a bit taboo and I get that, but I feel like as long as they know the reasons why, it's not just because you're like literally trying to show off to people or like, I don't know, like it's just a sad reason why you're doing it for them, like to provide for them. I think then it's fine. And to be honest, if some teenagers, for example, were on like a site like that, one, how are they on it? Two, how do they know about it? Check with their own parents. And do you know what I mean? Like it's very much like they shouldn't know about that. So it wouldn't be an issue until surely they were like 17 or something. And then by then they that it's not going to be an issue. Like they might have a bit of banter, but
and up at that point, if you ever get to that point anyway, you can just like grow your kid up to be like massive in a box.
Yeah.
Right out,
I think it just depends on the situation.
Like, it depends on the relationship again, doesn't it?
And the relationship and what the child's like. If the child's really sensitive, if I had a child and they were really sensitive and I could tell that they were a lad though as well, and I thought like they were such a laddish kid or like they were really affected by stuff, I probably would take a step back. But if they weren't, I'd know that I
Yeah.
could talk to them and approach them nicely about it. So I think it's just a judgment situation.
Sure, 100%. And also it opens up avenues as well for like, let's say for an example, when it comes to the talk, like
Yeah,
all this sort of stuff, you're more aware and that sort of thing. So that's super handy. And the only
yeah,
reason I ask that is because like for me, that was like one of the
yes.
things like that's like stopped me
Oh, I
doing it. I
see.
was
Because
like,
yeah.
because I've got little Grayson now and he's like 18 months old. And I
Oh,
was
that's a
like,
lovely name, by the way. It's really
thank you.
cute.
And like
Imagine.
when I was like, oh, like what would his friends say? Like these little things go through your head. That's why I
Of course
can't
they
do
do.
something like that.
Yeah,
That's why. And
yeah.
it's but you're also so right in the sense of like it is so much like
It's so
out there
common and
now.
out there.
We
Yeah,
have
it is,
opened
yeah.
up the world itself. We're going through like this massive shift in the zeitgeist where like essentially we're just everything is open. The internet's doing
Yeah,
it. Like the
yeah,
internet has brought everything open of absolutely everybody, which is actually great because it
yeah.
allows everybody to express themselves in a different way, right? So
Yes, yeah,
even me, like so many people who know me, if they like listen to this podcast, they're like, "Is that actually Josh?" Because he's talking like I would never hear him talk like this.
yeah.
And it's because most of the common fucking dimwits who I know wouldn't be able to have a structured conversation
Yeah,
if you
that's true.
fucking painted it like, or they're too high or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like one of those things. And that's why I think the internet is brilliant in that sense, because you can express yourself, I can express myself, and what's better than that, like natural expression.
yeah. And also, my other thing is, so for example, this is what I used to say to past boyfriends: is like I post provocative stuff on Instagram for a reason. So it's to get subs, so I can feed, myself and
Mm-hmm.
buy things, do whatever. But then imagine if a child had a mum that just posted like really raunchy bikini pictures on their Facebook for just lads to see. They're not benefiting from it. How's like I get they're not maybe holding themselves on there, but it's still like some people might be like, oh mum, that's embarrassing, you put that on Facebook. How's that any different? It's not. And if anything, the person doing the worst that you hopefully wouldn't see unless you were 18 years old and went onto that site, I don't know, you're doing it for a reason. You're not just doing it for
for the
instant
likes.
gratification or for likes.
Yeah,
you
because
got to
that's
think
what a
of it
lot of
like
people
that.
would assume as well. Like about
Yeah,
like for someone in your work, they'd be like, oh, they just want these men to fucking blah blah blah, instant gratification,
no,
blah blah blah. All they want to do is have
yeah,
their tits out on Instagram, blah blah
possible.
blah. Like
Yeah,
when it's not the
exactly.
case,
No,
you're doing it for a reason, and like you're posting what you post because it's
it's
it's a
it's
job.
work, it's a job.
It's
But
a
yeah,
job,
and it's good that we enjoy it. I enjoy it, so
And that is the best thing in the world, is enjoying your job. Like me and Bicker always say that, because I love my job. You love your job as well, don't you? Very different. But we enjoy the shit out of it. And imagine waking up and going, like, I bet you can't imagine waking up. That's all right.
Someone call me.
I bet you can't imagine like actually going to a normal job now, can you? I bet you like nightmares.
Yeah, honestly, I do think that sometimes I do think like if I ever do want to get out of this industry, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? Because I do enjoy doing what I do. But then on the different side is like what people don't see. I think sometimes my friends are like, oh, she's got it quite easy, like it's quite an easy job.
Yeah, but then
It's not.
but then
No,
you can go down the route of like, I don't know, starting your own agency because you
Yeah.
know what to do. Like that's the
Exactly.
thing. You could,
Yeah, chatting for people if they do that, or agents, like you said. Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
building up the girls as well. Like I don't know, like if to get in that 0.0, I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
the 1%.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of like, I see there's an agency I see on TikTok every once in a while. I've seen it. I don't know why it's on my algorithm anyway. But like they're really good, like the leaders of it, because I'm so interested. I'm like, oh, agency, I'll click that. Who owns this agency? Click that. And then
you look, I'm like that. I like to know everything. I like, even if it's something like, I'm the same.
It's just learning about it. But like, no, they're really good because they do talk to people. Like, this is why I ask about the the sex work and what you call it, because it was a video I actually seen from one of these agencies talking about it. And I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you mentioned that your parents know. How did you tell them? I need to know this. Like, what happened?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't really know. I don't think I ever sat down and had the conversation. But for example, my dad, I think, found out through lads in the area.
Yeah.
And my dad would just skirt around it and be like, oh yeah, so what you up to? Oh, right, you doing that now? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, is the money good? And my dad's like an entrepreneur himself, so he's like, fair play if you're making money off it. I reckon he would have done it back in the day if he could have. Of course he would. And my mum definitely would have, because she used to do glamour modelling herself back in the day. So
There we go. Yeah.
you know, I think it's just, yeah, but it is still awkward though, because I don't openly go into it with my mum, but sometimes I'll be like, look at what this has been asked for me to do and stuff, and we yeah, but I wouldn't go into great detail with her.
You have a little giggle about something.
A little giggle,
yeah.
if it's something different or unusual. But yeah, I can't remember how I told them, but it was almost like they found out, but like they weren't funny about it. They probably had an inclination that I would have done it.
Yeah.
And that was that.
It's probably like when I started smoking, like, you know, my
Oh,
parents,
really?
they sort of like, I don't smoke anymore, but like,
Oh, okay, you bait.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But my parents, they sort of knew, but like I never told them. And then like there's that one day where it's like you just fuck it, I'm doing it in front of them, and then you just like, yeah.
Yes, I think it is
done,
like that, and it's
know?
done. So
And
I couldn't tell you.
Rip off the band-aid, don't you, in a sense?
Yeah, get on with it. Yeah, no, exactly the same. I can't pinpoint a time, but I know that they know, and we don't really go in depth with it, but they know. So.
Yeah, no, of course.
And they're fine, and they support it. So
that's good.
With like this as well, because I'm assuming, again, they know what they say about assuming. It makes an ass of you and me, but hey ho.
Yeah.
So I can imagine there's like a very like quite a big like visual upkeep your end. So
yeah.
like eyebrows done.
Yeah.
Or how the fuck do you keep on top of that with doing the work as well?
Oh my god, don't! It's so funny because I've literally got a nail missing at the moment, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get everything done. I've got to do this tomorrow. It's hard because there is a lot of upkeep. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just have to be, and that's the other thing. Like some days you might wake up and you might not be in the mood to be all sexy, and you don't want to do it that day. And actually, if you don't want to do it that day, I don't make TikToks that day, or I don't do reels that day, or you know, I'll talk to people, but I won't film because I feel like it's not authentic and I'm not in a great mood.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
there is a lot of mental upkeep and physical upkeep, and it's time. It's a lot of time.
It's like Lena, my fiance, she calls it.
Yeah.
Some days she has like a ugly face day. She says.
Yeah, that's
she'll
so
wake up
true
and
for
she's
every
like,
woman.
my makeup just doesn't look right. Nothing looks right, and I'm ugly. And
That's
I'm
so
like,
true.
babe, you look the same as you did yesterday. What's going on, girl? You know what I mean? It's
I
just
think it's like the hormone, like our hormones, isn't it, or something?
it's something, I'll tell you. Because I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? She's like, I'm not leaving the house. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You're literally the same person, bro.
Yeah, that is literally so true, and that happens to all of us. And I think as long as you've done, so that's why I do a lot of reels or whatever sometimes, because there will be days when I'm like, nah, I just don't want to do it, or I don't look good enough to do it today, or whatever, in my head.
Is that like bulk creating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. I was actually going to say that. I was like, it's probably the easiest way. It's like if you're feeling really good on a day, you're like, bam, 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 bam.
Bash out.
Put it all in the
Definitely.
backlog.
Just constantly getting changed though, like into different like outfits,
And even that takes time. Yeah, and it takes a lot of time and preparation. And then like you're like, oh, I need to find like a slightly different spot in my room. I don't have a big place where I live, and I'm like, oh, but it has to look slightly different. And you're changing lights and moving things, and I've had to move furniture around, and it's just hectic, but it's good. It's worth
It
it.
must cost you a bloody fortune on like laundry and all that shit as well.
It does, but you can claim that on expenses with your taxes. So
Oh,
you can get it back essentially.
Oh, yeah, you don't think about that,
No,
do
I
you?
didn't think about that at all. No.
Same with like
yeah.
hair extension, like not all of it. You can't take the mick, but essentially everything you do to upkeep yourself, you can within reason. Like what? Not claim it back, but that's
Yeah,
the
tax
VAT,
deductible,
got an
isn't
accountant,
it?
so I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah. So like, I'm gonna do that, but I want a nose job.
yeah,
Shit,
I need to
like,
keep up
come on.
appearances. Yeah, definitely.
When this gets big, haircuts
Yeah.
on me.
Go on. Yeah,
And
definitely.
do you find? Do you have to like gym and that to like stay in good shape, or are you just naturally like sweet?
I used to be naturally sweet as such, but then you know, as you get every year you get older, you have to try and keep. And I've started to notice I really should be going to the gym, so I have got a treadmill in my house. I've got various other things, or house flat, various other things, but I don't use them. But I'm going to. But yeah, you do. I didn't used to have to. I don't want to be one of those people. I used to just wake up and be super thin, but now you have to. I have to try. I'm going to try.
Said every procrastinator ever. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, literally.
Nah,
So
I
I
feel
need
your
to get
pain.
that gym membership.
I feel your pain for sure. Like as I've got older, so literally,
Yeah, every
like,
year.
the past
It's
2
worse.
years, I've just hit like this wall where I'm like, my body's like, my mind is here, and my body's
Yeah.
like, fuck you, bro. Like, I'm
Literally
out.
same.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucking hardcore.
Have you like had any like encounters like when you've been out and about and like people have come up to you or anything like been noticed?
The only time I had that was when I went to Creamfields in like 2022, I think it was, and somebody came up to me and I was like, woo, like really drunk. And they were like, oh, are you Amber Rose of Instagram? And I was like, nope. Like, what the hell, no. And I was walking off like looking like, don't look at me, because I was really drunk.
That's the thing, as you grow,
yeah.
like it's just bound to happen, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I do think that, because I don't think now, like I walk around and I'll like sometimes have like look such a mess, like I'm talking dramatic mess, not just me saying it, like I'm talking hideous, and I think shit sometimes like maybe people would be like, oh my god, is that, but like I don't know. Not yet, probably.
Just rocked out of bed craving a cup of tea, got no milk, and you got a bolt to the shop, like, and you see someone, you're like fuck.
Yeah, like slippers, dressing. No, I would be like shocked. But no, I haven't had it apart from one time at Creamfields when somebody said that, and I literally was like, nah, I'm not that person right now.
That's the dream of the podcasters here. Just get noticed. Notice me on the street. Like,
literally.
Somebody say hi. Just say hi to me, please.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
So have you had like, again, weird, like speaking of encounters, has there ever been like anyone where you're like a bit worried for your safety, like someone who's like a bit weird, creepy, stalkery vibe, anything like that, or?
Not really. I think once when I was on Camming, there was like a guy that was a little bit creepy, would always come on when I was on and say weird things. Like, I can't really remember what, this was years ago, but he was definitely creepy. But I've not had anything creepy with anything recent.
That's good.
And my memory's terrible, so I don't want to jinx it, but no, nothing of yet. And
So
I
you've
hope
never
that
been worried of your safety. Is that like anything that crosses your mind at all? Like, have you ever like thought like
it doesn't? It doesn't really, because it's usually people that don't live very close to me that follow, or like, but no, I haven't. And I watch a lot of crime programs. I probably should be a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
But no,
everyone's addicted on them crime programs,
aren't we? Like literally, love them. But no, nothing.
There will be a cheeky announcement at the end of the episode regarding this bit, so don't worry.
What? Tell me. I want to know.
You'll be here. Don't worry. You'll be here.
No, good.
So, well, I lost my train of thought now. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, no, you've not had like, because you were saying about obviously not anyone like local. Obviously, I know where you live, so cool.
Yeah. I know where you live.
Not in that way, but like,
I was gonna say,
because close your windows tonight, like.
Yeah, I've got it. Thanks, Vinny. Yeah.
Fuck off. No, but like it's like you say, because of that as well, because you know like a lot of people as well, so I suppose you're not going to be in the sense of like walking around your local area where it's like someone's going to be like, oh, that's Amber Rose, da da da. You're not going to get that because everybody knows you as well.
Yeah, and it's a small place where I'm from, so
yeah, I know. It's pretty small.
Yeah, pretty small.
So that answers my next question. Like I was just going to say, like, ask if you ever bumped into like a subscriber on the street. Has anyone come up to you and be like, "Oh, like great work," or like anything like that? Or
no, I had it once when a guy was like, "Oh, he's like, oh, like a friend, not a close friend, like a friend of a friend," and he was like, "Oh, I subbed to your OnlyFans." I was like, "Really?" Like that. Other than that, it was just like, I don't know, it wasn't awkward, but it was just like, oh, like I felt awkward, even though I shouldn't, you know. I was just like, oh. Other than that, no, I'm not really. That's
good.
I know.
That's good.
I think people would be shy. I feel like people wouldn't generally go up to the.
I fucking wouldn't.
No, I don't think you might look at them, but you'd be like, is that them? Maybe, but you wouldn't be like, oh, I subscribe, like in front of who? Like,
Listen, man, if I was at home touching my Todger, the pictures of you, and I seen you on the street, I'd turn around and walk the other fucking way.
I think it's like not something that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the vibe that I'd put out as well. I wouldn't.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you? Because I see you done a thing with Al Brook. How did that come about?
That was, she messaged me, or her manager I think it was her, messaged me, and she asked if I wanted to collab, and I was like, yes, of course. So I went there. I even went to her birthday party.
What?
Do you not know Al Brook?
Shut up, mate.
No, I know the name. I don't know what. Like,
like an OF star, but she does boxing and stuff
Yeah, she
now.
does like limited
the blonde
boxing.
chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's tiny, little, short.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. I can picture the face now. Only from the
Yes.
boxing, though. Everybody, all right? Only from
Yeah,
the boxing.
okay.
I could genuinely, honestly say I've never seen like an OnlyFans, like anything on OnlyFans, which is
No.
Yeah, good. Bravo. I like that because you're married. So good.
Yeah, I mean, even before then, like, because
Really?
I get to these things quite late. So, like, for an example, Snapchat, I didn't have that until like it had been out for like 4 years.
Oh, really?
Everyone was on about it. I was like, I'm not gonna fold to public constraints. No way. Like, next thing you know, I'm on it. Like, hey, who wants my snap, bro? Do you know what I mean? So I'm just late to it all. Like, that's just how I roll. Bicker's probably been on OnlyFans like 900.
No, I haven't. No, I swear to God,
Bicker's
I'd tell you if I did, honestly.
If you need to
I
shut
would
your
tell
windows, it's for him, not me.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
No,
We're
I'm
joking.
serious. If like, I haven't.
No, good. I think, like I said, it's a certain type of it's a lot of like lonely people a lot of the time, and they want company. It's not all dirty. It's a lot of company, like you say, girlfriend experience. Obviously, there's people that just want to buy the naughty videos, but at the same time, it's mainly people that actually really want to get to know you. So I can imagine that you haven't been on there, but there are people that have. So
because that's a common thing with like, I know it's totally different, but it's the same sort of thing happens like in like strip clubs. Like, a lot of like people who are in strip clubs or whatever you want to call them, titty bars.
Titty bar.
Like a lot of men will go in there and be like, I want like a private room and whatnot, and they'll just literally sit down and like chat about life.
Yeah.
Like, what does that show about men? Like, what are they not getting from home? Like conversation or like.
That is sometimes a lot of what they want, you know. I think so, because otherwise you think a lot of people would just go on like Pornhub or something.
That's more my vibe.
Yes, I'm sure that's more like most people's vibes, right?
It's free.
It's free for one, but also they're not getting to know those girls. So it is very much about, yes, you do have not have to, you don't have to, but you do certain things. But most of the time, it's just getting to know people, and you actually build really nice relationships with them online. So,
and like, I'd imagine as well, like, listen, my relationship is fine; it's not getting sour at all. But like, imagine like 30 years into a relationship, you probably run out of things to talk about, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's the same reason, like, when I'm at work, I like say to my missus, like, I don't text when I'm at work because I want to have something to talk about when I get home.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Because it's long. Like, what am I going to do otherwise? I sit at the dinner table and be like, "The chicken's good."
The chicken's good.
It's raining outside. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that is true.
The benefit of the minute is I've got little man, so we've always got something to talk about. But like, I can imagine, like, down like the road, you probably would be like, "This is
running out of things to
you know
about." Yeah.
So and also as well, on a totally different thing, I was thinking about this the other night, and this is going to sound really weird, right? But hear me out.
Yeah.
You know, like, because you said you're into true crime.
Yeah, I am.
So obviously the R word, RAPE, that sort of thing, and serial killers and sexual assaults and that sort of thing. I genuinely believe that the industry you're in probably helps reduce that. Because so have you seen the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, right?
Yes,
I have. You know he goes and gets the mannequin and he like sleeps next to this mannequin, right? When he was doing that, that stopped him doing any murders, anything like that. And the reason being is because it like suppressed his urges. Yeah. So imagine you've got like a bit of a weird geezer, a bit of a rapey dude, and he's like there and he's having all these urges, but he goes on OnlyFans. No, but like, imagine he goes on OnlyFans.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Gets his thing out the way, doesn't think about it.
Yeah.
These are the little things like you don't think about, which this could really.
That's a really good point.
Like. You could be saving a life.
Well done, Josh.
Yeah. No, but
I could be saving a life, you know. Wow.
Get that on the CV. I was thinking about it earlier because I listen to true crime podcasts all day, you see, and I was listening to something earlier, and I was like, I knew we were doing this tonight, and I was like, oh my fucking god, like that's like quite a good point, right? No?
Yeah, it is a really good point. It is a really good point because also there's other sites where like it's like predominantly bondage and stuff, which I have friends that do predominantly bondage, and I've collabed with them doing that sort of thing, and I do think to myself like, this is a little obviously because it's like tying up or whatever, and I feel like now what you've said that actually makes perfect sense. People
and also cheating as well. It probably stops cheating. Like there's so many things it probably stops, and like all that sort of thing. So people can say all they fucking want about it, but there's two sides to every fucking coin, you little shitbags.
Yeah, that's it. True.
Speaking of like. complete changing topic kind of, but like obviously you said about like the bondage like collabs and
Yeah.
stuff. What's like, and again you don't have to say anything, but like what's like the weirdest thing you've been asked to do?
I did just maybe like for me personally, a weird thing was I think I said this before, but when I had to watch somebody wanted me to watch it. Is it Jean-Claude Van Damme or something? Is that
yeah.
like a
Kickboxer.
Kickboxer? I had to literally watch a YouTube video dressed like completely fully clothed and be really interested in this video of this Jean-Claude Van Damme, and that was it. That was all he wanted me to do.
He's a legend, by the way. He'll
Yeah,
kick someone's
I
head
found
off.
out. Yeah, I found out from
Great
the
actor.
video. But that was it, and that was kind of weird to me because I was like, there was nothing sexual in it. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it was for him, obviously,
Yeah,
but
it
like
was for
it
that,
was,
yeah.
yeah. Other than that, like, nah, not really. Like, you get all sorts. You do get all sorts, but I couldn't think off the top of my head. There's so many weird things, but I
Nothing
don't.
where you've been like, what the fuck?
Nah.
Like, whoa. Have you ever like denied doing stuff? Like, have you ever been
No.
like, no, I can't do that?
Oh, yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
like weird stuff. Like, I'm trying to think, but there's definitely been a lot of things I've denied doing, but nothing I can think of the top of my head.
So that's where Bicker would be perfect, see, because there's nothing he wouldn't do.
Well, it's a
He'll
bit
be with the
like,
requests.
like one of our previous guests that we had on, he was like saying about his stuff that he's done, like as in what was it?
Someone asked him to
shove a
lightsaber up his ass
for like 1,500
No.
quid.
and then like just sit on balloons and pop them and shit. Or
Oh, I have done that
spunk
before,
on a
sit on
balloon.
balloons.
Like,
Yeah,
it was a
I've done
male,
that.
and they were like,
Oh.
"Oh yeah, I want you to like spunk on a balloon and shit." And I sat there, I was like, "I will blast my spunk on balloons all day for money.
For that money, yeah.
Like, just send that person my way. I could be a back end OnlyFans. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll just
Yeah.
do the videos. I don't want to be the face of it. You know?
Yeah, just doing it all. Yeah, yeah. No, I've been asked to pop balloons. Like I did a video where me and a girl called Mila were popping balloons, and we literally just had to sit on them and pop them. There was
It's
nothing
harder than it looks,
to.
though, isn't it?
Oh my god, and it hurts. Like if you pop it and then you fall flat
Hit
on
the
your
floor.
arm, that hurts. I can tell you that. And also, like your face is like when I was in slow mo, it doesn't look very pretty. I can tell you that. So not sure why they wanted it, but we moved.
That's fucking killed me off.
Yeah, it's not a vibe, but you know, people like it.
I was doing some research about like OnlyFans and stuff, like because I like did a little bit, but like mainly just like background stuff. And I was asking one of my friends about it, and there's like, did you know there's people who like do accounts for people? So like there'll be like an account manager, and they manage the account, and this person would then just send them the content, and then they like do it all. Is
yeah,
that like,
that's true.
Well, that's
is
a
that
real
like,
thing.
yeah,
That is
like,
100% real life, and there's loads of girls that do that, and then there's loads of girls that don't. And I think it depends how successful they get. So as they get like more successful, I imagine they definitely need managers. So they're still doing all the content, but somebody else is maybe helping them out with replying to messages or posting certain things, not like on their Instagram. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe they do, but I definitely know that is a thing.
wow,
100%.
that's mad.
Yeah.
That's a fucking cushy job, isn't it? You just keep sending me videos, and I'll put them
Yeah,
on there
just
for you.
yeah, literally, yeah.
Like with like content creating, there must like be like so much that you can take on in like future, because you like when you're taking pictures of yourself, you're only going to be getting better at like photography. So like, that's like things you can take on with you in later life as well. Like,
yeah, that's so true. Actually, yeah,
Like,
exactly, and it's all like learning.
There's a lesson in everything, man. There is literally a lesson in everything.
There definitely is. Yeah.
Have you ever had like someone's like bird message you and be like, "Oi, my fella's fucking touching his winky over you, bruv," like?
Yeah, kind of. I did once. I had a girl message me saying that her boyfriend did he message me on Telegram, which is another, like, you can sell videos via Telegram, not just OnlyFans. Like
Yeah.
WhatsApp, but yeah.
I'm on Telegram, but only for my dodgy Fire Stick, all right?
Is that why? Yeah. No, and funnily enough, I had a look and he had asked me for a video, and I had like gone to send it, and I said to her, I was like, oh, like, yeah, he had asked. I told her the truth, basically.
Yeah.
And the worst part was she was a really pretty girl, and she also did OnlyFans, but not like, she did more femdom, you know, like dominating stuff.
Femdom? That sounds like a
Femdom.
Isn't that a form of
Femdom?
contraception?
No, I might be. I might have said it wrong. Who knows? But no,
Femdom.
femdom is definitely like where they're like
separate
more...
words. Sorry,
Yeah,
there's
femdom.
there's a form of contraception, everybody, just so you know. Just think,
Yeah.
a femidom is like the female version of a condom.
Yeah.
No, like femdom is like where they're like being mean to people. So long story short,
right,
she was in the industry, but this guy, and she was beautiful as well. Not that it would make any difference if she wasn't, but she very much was. And he was still messaging, asking for videos, and I just told her the truth, and she's like, thanks. And but other than that, no, it's just that one girl, and she wasn't from like a local person. It was from somebody like completely other end of the world, England. I mean, so, yeah.
That's nuts.
History, but no, I don't know where. No, that's geography actually.
That's geography. She knows the history, but she doesn't know the difference between geography or history.
Definitely not. No. So yeah,
that's sick.
Not too bad.
What's like? Because I'm assuming you like see. Have you? Is there like events and stuff? Like, do you go to like events? Not like sexual events. Hear me out.
No.
Like, is there like creator events and shit that you go to?
I have been before for like a site called FanView, which is similar to OnlyFans, like a FanView event.
What is that like?
Just literally girls party, like nothing dodgy, just like getting together with all the other girls that do it, partying. Other than that, not really. I don't think there's a lot of things that are around for people like us that are available for us to do.
Like great for marketing, like just going there and
like getting to know everyone.
Absolutely,
and and also like doing videos with each of the creators and stuff. But no, I haven't really. But that would be a really good thing. I think there should be more of that in the industry.
100%. There should be more for like everything. Like there's podcast meetups and stuff, which is really cool.
Definitely, that should be.
So like when you like meet like the collaborators, or like let's say this one event you went to, would you just say like all the girls are just like you?
No,
nah.
Very different. Like as in,
just like personal, as in like how you look at business.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, some people are like very much more like even more business orientated, so they wouldn't even have one drink at the event or something. Right. And there's girls that would have too many, and then there's girls that would like, it's literally like a variety of people. Then there's people that would just have a few. So yeah, I bet everyone's very they've got a very strong work ethic, definitely.
Yeah,
to be at those sort of events. Yeah.
And obviously with regards to like, because this is great, because like I've already learned so much about you, and I'm sat there thinking, fucking, you think of OnlyFans creators, and like people don't think like what we've just spoke about, you know, like it's crazy. It's actually mental. What would what, like, if let's say someone's thinking about doing it, not me this time, not me.
Not you, no.
Or like,
sorry, my arms ache.
or someone who like, let's say, is on OnlyFans, but they're just not like hitting the heights, or they're just not where they want to be. What would your advice be to someone who wanted to start or anything like that? What would you say? Fucking don't do it. It's busy.
I was just about to say, it's really, really horrible to say, but I'd say at the moment I'd probably not even bother, because it's very hard at the moment.
Oversaturated, isn't it?
It's oversaturated. I got into it when it was like really big. I got into it when I used to be able to go on TikTok and get like from 0 subscribers on TikTok followers to like 30k in like 3 days, and that's not possible at all anymore.
Oh, it's not now. I'm trying.
You can do it for like and then you get deleted, or so it's not less strict.
That must be heartbreaking. Like you build all that up, and then
and then it goes. Yeah, that's horrible. I used to cry about it, and now I just like think, whatever. Like you don't care anymore. You literally don't. But I'd say just keep posting the reels and keep going, and do every platform you possibly can. So like YouTube Shorts, Clapper, Twitter or X, whatever you call it. What else? Just Reddit if they can. I don't do Reddit, but if you know how to use Reddit, do Reddit. Like all of those, TikTok obviously and stuff. Just keep going, but it is not easy anymore.
Not for the faint-hearted, is it?
And you're definitely probably not likely going to make a whole living off it at the moment, unless you have a big fan base already. Like you have a lot of followers to like your Instagram or something.
And you've got to be willing to, like, because you're quite different in that sense, where you put your face to it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have like fake names or this sort of stuff, don't they? You're very much like, this is fucking me. Like, boom. Was that a hard decision to make, or?
No, that was a dumbass decision to make. I didn't mean to do it like that. I was like, what name should I have for my OnlyFans? I was like, Sassy Little Angel. And then I was like, what name should I have for my Instagram? Amber Rose. That's my real name. I just didn't really think about it, but I don't really mind because there's not a lot you can like. Really, does it really stop people finding out what your real name is if they search hard enough? I know
No.
every single girl's real name that has a fake name,
Yeah.
and so could you if you wanted to find it. So
Yeah, 100%. There's like geofacing and everything now, which you can do on AI, which is crazy, like fucking nuts. Like one still frame of your face, I can find all your socials. It's crazy.
Literally,
fucking nuts, man.
it's crazy.
And also as well, like with like the content you post as well, like obviously I used to go to the gym, and there's no different between me, but obviously on Instagram and stuff. Like if I went to the gym and I was like post workout video of me with my top off in my shorts and like tents, and what is the real difference?
No, there's not a real difference. No,
like
I don't think. No,
you're hiding, for lack of a better term, all the good bits. Do
exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And like you said earlier, it's just like a fucking bikini picture on the beach. It's just like this. So people's judgments on it are so fucking stupid. And also, I think the human body should be, fuck it.
Yeah, but fuck it.
Like,
and also, no, you're right. But also so for me, if people actually had me on, say, my personal social media, Facebook and Instagram, they'd look at, say, my Facebook and be like, oh, she never posts, or she posts memes and family, nothing else. But then on my Instagram, it's work, it's like bikini, it's like raunchy, just embarrassing reels, yes. But it's not like that on Facebook because that's the real me on there, and this is like my job, and that is a persona.
Is there anything that you've ever done, like videos wise and stuff, where you're a bit like, fucking hell, this is cringe?
All the time. All the
really?
Time.
You pinch yourself out?
Oh my God, there's been a few. In fact, most days I'm like, oh my God, why? But it's, at the same time, I think it's funny because I don't really get embarrassed. I get cringed out for a second. Yeah. It's funny.
Do you ever look at it in like as if when you're like looking at you like just like disassociating, like this is a different person, don't worry about it.
You have to when you post stuff like that sometimes.
It's all hooks though, isn't it? It's hooks. It's like you know, and it's just the same shit that we do but in a different industry.
Exactly.
It's literally that is it. And honestly, you shouldn't. I genuinely would say this as well. Like just after this conversation, I would never fucking be embarrassed about doing it. Like nothing like that. Fuck people, man.
Oh yeah, good.
Like a question not about anything like this though. I hear someone stole your car.
Oh my God, someone did steal my car. Yeah.
Please tell me this story. I heard it was a good story.
It is quite a good story. Funnily enough, I just had the person's mother message me. That's when I went on my phone. I was like, "What's going on?" That was what's happening. So I'll find out in a minute. But it was a good friend of mine. She has a drug addiction now, and she basically, long story cut short, she took my car keys when I was trying to help her out when she wanted to borrow some money for something. She took my spare car key, and my car went missing. Like she didn't openly take it. Like I didn't know. You posted
it on Facebook, didn't you? Yeah, I think I seen that.
Yeah, and so my car was stolen. Long story short, I know for a fact it was her. And that's that. But I got a better car after. I had like a little Audi A1, like a little banger, I would say. And now I have like an Audi Q3, which isn't great.
I got a Q3.
I love a Q3. Yes, they're amazing. Yeah,
mine's hybrid though. It's pretty shit.
It's a nice car.
It's free. It's from work, so can't moan too much.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful cars. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's all good now.
Have you found like any of your friends have been a bit like, or maybe they're not your friends anymore? They've been a bit sour about like your content, anything like that, or they've been like, oh, you think you're this, you think you're that, blah blah blah, because you've got followers and anything like that.
Not to my face, I don't think so. But I'm not like a horrible person, so they probably could say it to my face if they wanted to. It's not that they wouldn't, but I just don't think I've got people like that around me. I think I don't have many people around me at all. Like I've got very close friends, and that's it. I don't really want. I'm happy. So.
I think that's a step you've got to take as well. Doing what you're doing, isn't it? It's very much like having children. Like for me, as soon as I had Grace, and I was like this circle is now this circle.
Like tiny.
It's tiny. Like my closest friends, I'm like, they didn't speak to me for a few weeks. I'm like, you see you later. Fuck about.
Just can't have them negative people around you because
negative energy in it. Negative energy is fucking. It's nuts. Well, that's good. At least like you've got like a core friendship group that support what you're doing because I think supporting it is.
It's so important. Yeah, 100%. I'm really grateful and. Yeah, I think it's just everyone understands it a bit more these days as well. So I think it's a good day and age to be doing it. So it's not so taboo as it used to be. So yeah,
100%. You got anything you want to Go through a bit. I've got a lot of information out of this. I've run out of my questions, so if you've
Oh,
got anything else you want to talk
good. I'm
about,
glad you're happy. You got all your
Yeah.
I
questions
think we
answered.
covered it all, didn't we?
Yeah.
yeah, it's sort of like I don't like. I try not to make it sound like a fucking interview. You know what I mean? Like, hello, man.
No, I feel like I've been wriggling around a lot, but just so you know, I've got ADHD and I'm literally
Yeah,
sat
me
here.
too. My chair, I'm like this all the time. Like, hello, don't worry about me. While we still
Thank you.
got you, is there anything you want to say like about what you do to anyone? Like, is there like if you were just to spit like anything that you want to say like?
No, just to remember, like if you do see cringy stuff in your local, or it's mostly for marketing. Is for marketing, and also same with like Bonnie Blue and everyone that do all what they do. Have you seen? So for example, that is awful. I don't condone it, but again, it's all completely for marketing.
I was meant to ask you about that. Oh my god!
It's not. It's not really them. It is bad. I do not condone it, but just people have to take it with a pinch of salt. And a lot of what you see
But
online
look where
is
it's got her. Look where it's got her.
Exactly. She gets that back. So
yeah, listen. So there's a fine line of what you can do there, right?
I don't agree with it though. But
people can do what they want. Listen, I don't agree with everything.
No.
Like I said earlier, if my missus said to me that she wanted to do what you do, I'd be like, well, I don't know about that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because everybody's different. Yeah,
exactly that. But that doesn't mean I look down on you. It doesn't mean it's a negative thing.
No.
It's just a case of everybody has their own boundaries and everybody's different, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, if somebody's boundaries are they don't agree with what you do, that's fine. But you don't have to snake it. You don't have to slag it. You don't have to be a dick about it.
All that
just understand it and just So absolutely, that would be it. And thanks for having me.
Where can they find you? What's your socials?
So I'll maybe you might have to put them in because my username on Instagram is like Amber Rosie 111.
All right, cool. I'll put it in the bio. Don't worry.
Yeah, put it in the bio. It's easier.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
That's all right. Well, listen, everybody. I did say I have an announcement. So basically, starting maybe next week, I got to confirm it. Over the next few weeks, there will be a second episode being released weekly, and it will be a spin-off from this. But it will be a true crime-based podcast about serial killers. The first episode will be about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I will be posting the intro to Instagram soon. So if you've listened, there you go. And as always, please like, share, comment, follow all our socials. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
You name it.
If there's something out there, we're on it, and it's just Let's Get Chatting Pod. Chatting is without a G because I'm a chav, and that's it. All right. So stay sexy, motherfuckers. Thanks for listening. Peace out.